Hey everybody, and welcome to the Talkies. 3 filmmakers talking about movies.
Hi.
I'm Kenny.
I'm Devon.
And I am Taylor.
Yo. Well, as you might have noticed, unless you live under a rock, no shame on those who live under rocks. But the Matrix 4 trailer dropped.
It did?
Yep. Did you watch it?
No.
You didn't see it?
I haven't seen Matrix 4.
You're lying. Anyway.
You didn't see the trailer?
I didn't see the trailer.
Really?
Resurrect.
No,
okay,
I'm lying.
stop.
Okay,
Watch
God
the trailer. Okay.
I wanted to have a brief discussion about the trailer.
Yes, I see the
We're all
trailer.
hella hyped.
That's the whole-
So hyped.
It's like
I'm
Kenny,
his eyebrow.
Kenny and I watched it in the airport.
Oh, yeah.
On a phone with bad glare.
On a surface with bad glare.
There, that was
Surface
it.
with bad glare.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Matrix is a thing now. It's coming back. There you go. So we thought in preparation for the return of Neo, we're going to watch the 3 Matrix films and cover them here on Talkies, because this
What the
huge
hell
pop
else are we gonna
icon,
do?
we've never talked about the
Never talked
Matrix
about it,
before.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
We've referenced it a few times.
must be covered.
Yeah.
It is.
So the time has come. We can't hide from the Matrix anymore. The Matrix is all around us. It's everywhere.
It penetrates us.
You see it when you watch TV. God damn it, Matrix, stop penetrating
You
me.
feel it when it penetrates.
We're off to a good
Hold
start.
on.
What?
The Matrix 4
Uh-huh.
trailer
Yeah.
left me feeling like it won't be good.
Wow.
I know.
That had me in suspense the whole time. Yeah, the first comment that Kenny and I thought at the same time, I was like, ooh, that reminds me of Sense8 a little bit.
Yeah, we both said
okay.
that. We're
Yeah.
like, oh, that looks like Sense8.
Yeah.
It
Wasn't
looks
Sense8 cool for 1 or 2 episodes? Or
Like
something?
1 or 2.
yeah. It looks like new Wachowski.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but
Since
I
Jupiter
don't,
Ascending. Yeah.
I don't really like new Wachowski.
Yeah, Wachowski
Well-
post Drive, or what's that movie? Speed Racer,
Yeah.
Speed
and
Racer,
Cloud
that's what it
Atlas.
was.
Yeah.
maybe.
Dude, Cloud Atlas.
Cloud Atlas is awesome.
Was
That's a
really
cool movie.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was their peak of their creativity.
That's
everything
where
after
it was
that
over.
Everything after that feels like super redundant
It was
or
really
just
weird,
straight
yeah.
out bad.
Yeah.
What's it? Jupiter Ascending?
Yeah, I've never even seen that movie.
It is one of the worst films
that
I've
is
ever seen.
It's a terrible.
I could not believe it was by the Wachowskis.
Yeah, I really tried my hardest to really ride the wave on that one.
Yeah.
And really convince myself it was good.
Uh-huh.
It's not.
Not
Yeah.
It's really
I mean,
bad.
at that point, I was still pretty much in the camp of if it's Wachowski, it's worth watching. It's going to be great. That movie is such a big miss. It's bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, I watched the trailer, and it was I kept going between ooh, I don't know, kind of like that.
I'm sure, I don't know if there'll be a twist or whatever, but the way they're setting it up to be a retracing of the first movie seriously turns me off.
So that did for me in the beginning when I first watched it, but then after watching The Matrix, now I'm kind of hyped for
yeah,
seeing a retracing,
I
an
do-
episode 7ization.
I don't want that. I don't want an episode 7 The Matrix.
Yeah, well, okay, I get that. It sort of excited me that it didn't look like the sequels. Because I like the first movie way more than I like the sequel.
But it doesn't look like
definitely
the first
doesn't.
movie either.
No, it doesn't.
Stylistically, it doesn't.
Yeah.
No, but they're definitely retreading that space where it's it takes place in the Matrix more than not.
Right,
know.
which is good. Yeah.
Yeah, and it looked like it's dealing more with the philosophical ideas of waking up and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's super cool. But we've also done it already.
Yeah, I'm reserving judgment until I see the movie for the most part.
How
No,
dare
you're
you.
not. You've already judged.
Yeah.
Well,
you're
that's
judging.
I'm judging
You're a liar.
the trailer.
Yeah. My expectations are pretty lukewarm for that film.
The movie could be anything.
Yeah, it could be, and maybe it's going to be excellent, but I don't
all I
expect
hope.
it.
Yeah.
I don't expect it.
The cyberpunk of movies.
So then the main
All right.
event. The
But
main
today,
course.
yeah.
The main course.
Now for the main event. What is your hot take of The Matrix?
Whoa.
A movie
First
we all
impression.
saw 20 years ago.
That's weird. Okay, so this was really interesting to me watching it again it was funny. I watched, so it's on HBO, right? HBO Max.
Yeah,
and I started streaming it, and it would pause every now and then to buffer, and then it would play at like really 360p kind of grossness. And then I was just like, you know what? F this. Went and got the Blu-ray and watched it.
Nice.
So I love pretty much everything about this movie. I told Amy it feels like Star Wars. Like, where I think about the perfect movie, I would put in that kind of a bubble.
Yeah.
I would say Pirates of the Caribbean, Star Wars, Toy Story, and The Matrix.
Back to the Future Part 1.
And Back to the Future. But yeah, no, The Matrix is so iconic, and to re-immerse myself in all that stuff that was really, really cool. I've got more to say, but yeah, that was my...
You know what all those movies have in common, you just mentioned?
They are all directed by Lana Wachowski.
No,
okay.
That's not accurate. But they're all extremely lean scripts.
Oh, yeah.
They all just go story beat, story beat, story beat,
Yeah.
story beat. Just boom, 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 boom.
They're all Save the Cat.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
That's actually exactly true. Which is funny because my taste of like when I talk about like what are my absolute favorite movies,
Yeah.
isn't really that way so much.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. But iconic movies are.
But those iconic movies that I think you can classify as perfectly made films, yeah, that's lean. There's no breathing room in these movies. They just go
Textbook perfect.
Yeah, everything that happens to
Textbook
move
perfect
the
is a good
story
term.
along.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a really good
Yep.
term.
My first impression, or
What's your first impression?
My first impression
of a
is
movie
like
you saw 20 years
I
ago.
know, I feel like I've seen this before dozens of times. Yeah, The Matrix is an amazing movie. I consider it one of the best action sci-fi outings ever. It's just some of the best action in a movie ever, I feel like.
Nice.
Like I think they talked about it as like gun fu is a term that they
I remember
used.
when that term came out. Yeah.
I've got
You got a thing with
I've got
that?
thing with that,
He
man.
waves his finger. But yeah, so I love the movie. I love the world. I love the pacing. And you know what struck me was because I was not very conscious when this movie came out.
Yeah, you
Not
were
very,
what?
yeah.
I was
8?
I was not 8. I was like 3.
Oh my gosh, that's such a baby.
No, wait,
You're a baby.
99. I was 1.
Oh, he was a baby.
You were born in 98?
Yes,
Wow.
you old men.
I was in high school.
Yes.
If you were in high school, yeah, then I was...
Elementary.
I was in elementary school, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, regardless.
Baby.
Well, then I have a question for you guys.
Baby boomer.
But my point is, when I first saw The Matrix, I knew what The Matrix was.
Right, because you already had the cultural...
Exactly, the
Icon.
cultural.
Interesting.
Yeah. So,
Interesting, yeah.
and I never even thought that much about that whole mystery, and like how watching it this time, I kind of realized how big of a twist in a way that is, and how it takes like 45 minutes, almost an hour
Right.
to actually get Neo like fully out of the Matrix and like
yeah.
have that fully explained to the audience.
I loved that so much.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed it. And so when I noticed that kind of early on how mysterious it was, and I kind of tried to play into it and thinking about it from that perspective, and I was feeling like I missed out on having that no context experience and how cool that probably was.
I definitely missed out on that too because I was too young.
You're still a little too young
to grasp all of that. So
All right, the old man will chime in. So when Matrix came out, it's one of the first rated R movies I'd ever seen.
I forgot this was rated R.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not
pretty
a
light
very
R.
hard R.
Yeah.
It's
No.
pretty light.
Yeah.
But it's one of the first I'd ever seen. And so
Same.
my friends and I lied to our parents
Good.
and went and saw
Good.
this in the theater.
As you should.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Remember theaters?
And what
Joke over. Thank
what
you.
I remember with regards to like the discovering what the Matrix is, the marketing did not let on at all
Right.
for this movie.
They built up the mystery.
What it
right?
looked like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon type thing. All you saw was like crazy martial arts in the commercials. That was mostly what you saw, and people in like goth clothing, And so
Black
I really had no idea what to expect, and this movie just melted my brain. Like, I don't recall ever being as hyped after a first viewing of a movie than when I saw The Matrix in the theaters.
Nice.
Maybe until like Dark Knight came out.
Yeah,
Like
that's cool.
that was just the apex of cinematic experience.
That's
Because
awesome.
doesn't
Yeah.
it like it builds up this mystery and like it then delivers and answers the mystery like so hard. Like it really hardcore delivers way deeper than you'd expect it to, or where any other movie would even like be brave enough to actually commit to.
Yes, that's what struck me on this viewing, is how brilliantly crafted this film is to be able to make a movie that is so freaking lean and moves so fast, but still adequately explain complex a
Yeah.
complex
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Right? You know, J.J. Abrams has to stop a whole movie. They're like, is like, hey, let's stop and have a little mini movie in the middle of the movie to explain the crazy stuff I'm trying to pull off. It's just like so organically gets across a deep philosophical idea, right? And explains a sci-fi world
Yeah.
without breaking a very fast pace.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the only other sci-fi movie that does something similar, and not perfect, is Blade Runner that I can think of. I mean, besides Star Wars, but Star Wars is different.
Yeah, but you know, even Blade Runner still leaves a lot of
There's a lot
questions,
of unexplained questions.
right?
That's what I'm. Yeah,
Where
so
it
like
feels
it's
like
similar.
the Matrix answers everything.
Right.
Like just like, dang, that all buttons up so tight.
Like
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, I get it now.
I would describe the Matrix as direct.
Right. Direct, yeah.
Well, dude, the scene where Morpheus takes him into the white
The construct
realm, yeah, and has his explanation sequence.
Oh, it's good.
With the TV,
Yeah.
and, like that is so effective, and
Yeah.
I wonder what the writing process was for that segment
Yeah.
of how many rewrites and whittling downs had to happen to get that so freaking dialed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
the way he reiterates it, and like he explains it in detail of the machines coming to power
Yeah.
and why they use humans and how they came to that conclusion to use humans as like a fuel source, and they grow them and all that. And then they were still able to, once that like sequence is done, they cut back to Morpheus, and he's like they make a farm where they turn humans into batteries, and he just literally holds a Duracell battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like hella straightforward,
Dude,
hella
I just
simple.
realized that he does the speech rule, the idea of writing a speech. He literally says, here's what I'm going to tell you, and now I'm going to tell it to you, and then I'm going to tell you what I told you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Like explain it and then reiterate it as simply as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right after the fact.
The Star Trek thing.
Yes.
Star Trek does that.
And honestly, the movie like all hinges on that sequence working right.
Yeah.
Honestly, that like
Because it sets up the stakes.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to put it out there that I'm a little off. You hear it as a tangent, but when I first watched this movie, it was the movie that kind of defined what I was interested in movies from then on, like from then until now. It like solidified that I am a person who likes sci-fi movies with a heavy action element. And I've always been disappointed by every movie that's come out since.
Yeah, I can't think of one that stacks up.
Yeah. And from then, that's been the thing that I have aspired to. In fact, in college, one of the assignments that I was given in film school was to recreate the look of a movie. And we got a bunch of different movies. Everyone got something random. I got Blade Runner from one of them and The Matrix. And The Matrix, I feel like that was like the easiest thing I could have done because that image and the whole look of the movie, Bill Pope, is just in my head. And I remember when I put on my scene, that the class was like, wow. And I was like, all right. It felt so natural for me because I love, because it's just I
You already
live
understood
and
the
breathe that
material.
stuff. Yeah, it's so Good. Anyway, sorry for the tangent. That's
No, that needed to be said because D has been, as long as I've known him, he's been talking about The Matrix and how much that has influenced him as a.
and how much I like the sequels versus you guys.
Or yeah,
that is a constant dialogue
So
amongst
look
us.
forward to those.
We'll get into that
episodes.
for sure.
Yeah.
One thing that like almost distracted me on this viewing was the music.
Oh yeah.
Because after the movie came out, I became obsessed with the soundtrack. I bought the soundtrack. I played it in my car all the time. I just loved it. And so every time a song came on in the movie, I was like, "Oh, my jam!" You know? I was like, "Yes!" You know?
Well, it's a good soundtrack.
Yes, it is.
Well,
it's a cool soundtrack.
I'm wondering what you feel about that, Taylor, because the music was so of its time.
Well, I mean, I like Rage Against the Machines,
Yeah.
and I
mean,
like that style of music.
I guess Rage Against the Machine.
I don't have a nostalgia for it.
I was gonna say like they're kind of timeless, I guess, when it comes to that. But like the
more like acid,
The Rob
like,
Zombie
techno,
stuff.
the Rob Zombie stuff and all that.
The Rob Zombie one actually made me kind of go, maybe a little 90s.
Or the
but it was still good though. I still think
It's a
it's good
techno
music.
remix of Rob Zombie, so
That makes it cooler.
yeah.
There's also the techno-y music they're playing during the fight between Morpheus and Neo.
Yeah, I like that kind of music.
You do? Okay.
Like I like 90s
Yeah.
rave music.
Like it's almost
I
legit.
listen to that today.
Like 90s rave music is so bizarre to me.
Yeah.
Because it's very what I would say in quotes techno, or what everyone would call techno. It's the, I guess what people call electro now, but it's like I'm so used to heavy bass songs since late 90s into 2000s. And now it's, what's weird is that I've learned that pop music, a lot of new pop music now, like Billie Eilish and all them, rarely have snares in their music. And I've realized that all 90s songs almost constantly have the snare, and especially in techno music, especially in the 90s techno with the...
Yeah, that faster rhythms. And and bass played a much different role than it
Very
does
different.
now.
Boom, 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 boom,
At a
boom,
po-
boom, boom.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
that's just that
Boom, boom.
sick kind of like
Yeah.
bass line.
It's just a bass line,
with
yeah.
like a frequency or like a filter on it to like resonate.
a chorus
Yeah,
filter.
and
Yeah.
everything's all sub bass now,
Yeah. Sub bass.
as opposed to like mid bass.
It was fun. I remember that scene where that song is used. It's the going in with all their weapons into that final, with all the security guards, the big shootout,
Yeah.
the crazy acrobatics, and all the flying concrete in the air in slow motion.
Yeah.
The hands-free somersault, right? And thinking like the scope was insane. Like I'm just like, this is just insane, melt my mind. And that scope has been topped countless times since then.
Sure,
right? It's
yeah.
been outdone,
Yeah.
but nothing's been better.
No.
Yeah, that's
That's awesome.
as a kid that was always my favorite scene.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
It's the
and
adult's favorite scene.
It is it's like the best scene in the movie pretty much, and it's also, I think it's just one of the best action scenes ever done. I just think it is.
It's great.
It's like in the top 5 action scenes ever.
Yeah.
I would say.
And I realized in this viewing for the first time that they wouldn't have succeeded if Agent Smith wasn't monologuing upstairs.
Dude, oh, you know what I loved about that is he gets insane. He's like a total psycho.
Oh,
up
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And I love how when the other agent walks in, he's like, "What were you doing?"
Yeah.
Even
and
the other agent
and
is
he's,
like,
like,
"Whoa, you're
embarrassed.
kind of out of line."
He's
there."
embarrassed.
He's kind of embarrassed.
Yeah.
He's like, "Ooh, no."
It's like,
Like I like that.
Yeah,
I
I
think
did
that's
too.
really cool.
Actually, one thing that really stood out to me in this movie was that the superior acting kind of outshined the rest of the cast, because most of the acting in this is pretty one note, which is fine if
Yeah.
it's consistent through the movie. You
Sure.
don't care.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of very good actors in this movie where you're just like, oh, you stand out, right? So Hugo Weaving's
Yeah.
one of those,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Yeah.
The woman that plays the Oracle really stands out to me.
She's
as
pretty
a
good, yeah. She's
Strong
pretty good.
performance. And then freaking Mouse.
Oh, yeah?
Mouse has like way more personality than anyone else on that ship.
Oh, the better, yeah.
That's the dude who he gets blown away.
Yeah.
And he goes.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
He's not likable.
Yeah. No. I mean, like, I don't even like his performance very much.
Oh. Perfect movie.
Yours is APOC, right? APOC's like your jam.
No.
Yeah.
It's Switch. Because she
I know what you're about to say.
not like this.
Not like this.
Not like
That's your
this.
favorite line. Taylor's been quoting that line for years. Not like this.
What? I don't know. There's actually a handful of lines in this movie that I've just always quoted my whole life, and there's no real reason. They just stuck out to me. And so now every time that I watch the movie and she's like, not like this, or like Neo's fighting Morpheus.
I'd be excited.
Everyone's going.
What's wrong with you? It's exciting.
I love all the cast except
it's good though.
I don't think anyone's miscast.
Yeah.
I don't like actually. Well, I say this is really strange. Who's Tank?
Is
Tank and Dozer?
Yeah, who's the smaller guy?
Tank.
That's Tank. So that's weird.
Yeah. Well, Dozer's like a bulldozer.
Yeah. Anyway, Tank. He does this thing, right, where he comes in to greet Neo when he's waking up, and he says, "Hey, we're going to start your training," and then Neo says, "Zion? What's Zion?" Right, and then he's like, he does this so like the whole movie is so anime, right?
Yeah.
It's exactly anime.
Yeah.
And he does this very like specific dialogue monologue where he kneels down and like touches the ground and says, or I imagine he's touching the ground and you don't see him. But he kneels down and he says, "Next to the Earth's core, well, it's still warm."
Yeah,
right?
he is
like
very dramatic.
Yeah, like he's talking to himself, and he's like, "But if you are who Morpheus says you are,
Ooh,
excellent, it's an exciting time."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, you're it's overacting, but I like it.
I think it fits.
He
He actually strikes me as a real believer. I'm like, that's how
I felt.
That's
Maybe
how
that's what
like
it is,
zealots.
Yeah, exactly. If it was like right in line with like someone who is like that.
That's interesting to think about it that way. Because okay, so this is one of those things that Kubrick did in his movies where he has a certain kind of acting that he's looking for, and for some people it really works to tie into the theme, like the wooden acting that he had in
Eyes Wide Shut.
Mm-hmm. And I hated it because I couldn't connect it in my brain. But to someone who like sees Tank, who's in that same frame of mind, and it's like, well, why are you so excited? Why are you being so weird? Versus somebody else, like you said, who he's like a zealot. That's really interesting. It's a really interesting mindset to have. I like that.
It's like if someone came into like a Christian fundamentalist church and was like, "Hey, we've got good intel. Jesus is coming back like tomorrow."
Right.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. Yeah.
See, I'm going to talk about the sequels, but no. Let's
Yeah,
not.
we
you
gotta
can't,
save those,
you can't do that.
I'm not going to do it.
Save it, man.
I'm going to save it.
Yeah.
I will say that in my opinion, my two favorite performances in the movie, Hugo Weaving and
Morpheus.
Morpheus.
That's fair.
Yeah, Morpheus
That's fair.
freaking perfect.
Yeah, he's
That's
amazing.
perfect. Yeah.
He's perfectly cast and it's a perfect performance.
Yeah.
I don't think it's particularly like shining acting, but that's because of who the character is and how he's supposed
like
to act.
that character
He
could
did
not
it
have been
perfectly.
cast better
Yeah.
or performed better.
That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I meant by my comment was that all of the acting stitches together flawlessly.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
But there's a couple performances where you're like, oh, whoa, you're just a little shinier than everyone else.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
And you know what? Keanu Reeves came across as a lot more wooden this viewing.
really?
He's
Yeah.
legendary for that.
No, I
That's
know,
like what
I
he's
know,
known for.
I know, but
What a cliche thing to say.
but it
Taylor.
never. I've seen The Matrix a lot of
Come
times.
on, dude. The Talkies is better than that.
I've seen The Matrix a lot of times, and this time it stuck out a little bit more.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
To me, I kept
Maybe it's
wondering.
because I've seen it so many times. that
Dude,
it's like-
watch Bram Stoker's Dracula.
yeah, I was thinking about
It
that.
is the most wooden performance of his life. And
I
it's
haven't seen that.
And it's an awesome movie.
That's cool.
All right, we're going to cover that for Halloween.
Oh, we should.
Bram Stoker's
Constantine.
Dracula.
And Constantine.
And a Constantine will be a Keanu.
And the day the Earth stood still.
A Keanu Halloween trilogy.
Yes.
All right,
That's
I'm
happening.
down.
All right.
And skip all the John Wicks, please.
Yeah, I'm good.
John Wick
I hate John Wick.
blows.
Yeah, I hate John Wick too. I've never seen any of them.
What was I going to say? Friggin'. It was something that you said. What was it? What did you just say?
What did you say
Wooden.
again?
Keanu Reeves is the
Wooden,
worst
okay.
actor of all time.
I kept imagining.
Sure love him though.
I love.
Oh, he's
I don't
great.
even think of him as a bad actor.
Me neither.
So I kept wondering about his role in here and how different it would have been if they had gone with Will Smith.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he considered?
He was like the
considered,
first
yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was wondering
So much charisma.
how much different the movie would have been.
Yeah. Of course, Will Smith can really act if he wants.
Right, if he wants to,
I've
yeah.
seen performances
Directed.
where he has dialed back the charisma.
We're saying like if he wants to, like
Yeah.
like he hasn't been this whole time.
Yeah.
No,
It,
sometimes I don't know because sometimes I'm like, no, I gotta be Big Willie. That's just who I am.
but maybe like scenes where like maybe they could have directed him to draw it back, but maybe scenes where like when Neo is doing the jumping simulation and he gives his
Yeah.
famous "whoa," like maybe that line done by Will Smith
He
would
would
have
have been like, whoo.
yeah, something like way bigger.
See, now I'm
Yeah.
thinking Big Willie the whole time, but I'm thinking like
I'm
he
thinking like
could,
Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith.
well,
Yeah.
or iRobot.
Yeah, even iRobot, yeah.
iRobot, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Although
think
Men in Black had already come out at this point.
See, Men in Black is Big Willie though.
Yeah, I know,
That's
but
like-
how can you see Will Smith in The Matrix after seeing Men in Black?
That
It's
that
like,
would, he would catapult.
it's
after
too
that, yeah.
weird, right? That's just super weird.
Yeah,
don't know, I
and anyway, if
The sunglasses
think about
and all,
it,
too.
if
Yeah.
if he did The Matrix, we wouldn't have gotten Wild Wild West.
Tragic.
Yeah,
So
tragic.
tragic.
right. Yeah.
Oh man, can you imagine?
No, I don't want to.
I honestly
Imagine a
forgot that
world
movie even
without
existed.
Wild Wild West. That's a weird film.
I caught it for
That
the
is-
first time in like a Motel 6,
Yeah.
and I watched it on TV.
All right.
And I was like, this is kind of hilarious.
It's the best place to watch it. Right?
It is
Yeah.
strange. It fits very much in a Motel 6.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
That's a movie I'd love to hear like the background on. That's a freaking
yeah, that's a weird movie.
odd movie to even exist.
Yeah.
Like
Man.
who greenlights that movie? I don't know.
And he did
who
turn down
directed
The
that?
Matrix for that.
Yeah, well,
He
it's a
did.
lot more
Jesus.
money.
Who
You go
directed
with
Matrix
it?
was pretty small.
I don't know who directed.
The Wachowskis were relatively unknown.
They were. Yeah,
That's weird to
completely
hear.
unknown.
I know.
That was their
They had
first
made
movie.
one feature, and it's really impressive. What is it called again? Oh shoot! It looks just like The Matrix. It's green.
Oh really?
It's a super green movie.
Super green.
Yeah, and it was their proof of concept to get the green light on The Matrix. And not proof of concept. They had to prove themselves as capable filmmakers. It's like a one-word title. It's like a lesbian action movie.
Oh, is it a Matrix?
Nope.
That's
Nope.
yeah.
Bound?
Yes, that's it.
It looks like Tattoo.
It was rad. It's really good. Super, super small, intimate movie.
They legit look exactly like the band Tattoo.
So anyway, yeah.
Is that real?
You know about Tattoo, right? Taylor?
Is that-
You're from the 90s.
I'm a '90s kid.
Yeah.
I'm an 80s kid.
Anyway,
I'm a '60s kid.
I'm an aught child.
that's Tattoo.
Okay.
Yeah, they look they look the same.
Oh,
Thanks for bringing visuals into our audio podcast.
Dee just
I'm
showed me
editing.
a picture of two women.
That's all it was.
Thank you for the context.
Yeah, two women.
Very good. Very good.
That's all it is to me.
So I was, paying more attention to things that I didn't used to pay attention to,
That's
like
weird.
the last time I saw this movie.
That's weird.
Well, because last time I saw this movie, I was like barely a filmmaker, right? I've been doing this for 10 years now, and I love the use of so many shots were either taken from directly above or directly beneath. That was like I felt like they were trying to visually being like, you're either under the control of something else or you're above controlling what's beneath you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't think about it that way.
There you go.
Bill Pope is
Free tip.
amazing
Damn.
in this.
See the cinematographer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Pope is
Some
amazing.
pretty dang iconic shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really paying attention to the lighting in every shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was paying attention also to the lighting, but just recently I did my own set with a 3-light setup, and I had my kicker on the side here, and for some reason, because that was in my mind, I kept seeing the kicker light everywhere in every single shot, and I was like, "Holy shit! This guy has a ton of backlight in every single shot."
I noticed that as well.
It's crazy. It's like there's a car behind them the entire time. I love his shots, and his one of the things he does in this movie a few times, he does the for the cinematographers out there, an Andrew Cronenweth-esque feel.
Who that?
He did Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
He does a lot of really massive shots that have to do with a lot of room on the lens. And the shots that always reminded me of these kind of massive things. They did some in Blade Runner too. I can't remember who shot that. I think that was also Andrew. But they did, so the bridge shot, the shot with the waterfall basically coming off the bridge, which is like way too much for rain. Yeah. Like no rain is going to do, a tsunami is going to do that. Which is amazing.
It's cool.
I love that. Yeah. I love that they force that kind of stuff into, because a lot of cinematographers say whenever they shoot a street that you need the street to be wet, and they just fuck it, throw everything at it. So there's that. There's the,
I never even thought of that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh yeah, rain's coming off of that.
Right.
Yeah, that's
it's
like,
a waterfall.
That's an insane amount of water.
Yeah, like you're saying.
You're right.
Typhoons happening.
The same thing is in the shot with the helicopter where we're beneath it and it's raining
bullet
bullets.
shells.
Cool.
But
that's
also
like one of the best.
But also water coming off from the spouts.
Uh-huh.
On the
that's
inside.
a lot of
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
It's like up to their
Splashing.
ankles in minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
super ton of water.
That's not a
Dude,
thing.
That's such a cool.
Isn't it?
It's
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
So cool.
of all the like iconic, now totally cliche shots that I paid the most attention to, it was the pill one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I really stopped and I had to go, God damn, that's actually just amazing.
It's so good.
It's so freaking
Yeah.
amazing that they get the way they do the reflection of Neo and the two.
Yeah, the two different shots and how how Keanu moves the same way in each shot.
Yeah.
And I thought that was amazing.
And I'm like, they literally made multiple shots in one shot. That's
Yeah.
how creative that shot is that they're showing more things at once than you can in a shot.
Yeah,
and they
it's
did that. Sorry, they did that with the gun program also, with the agent shooting where he says "look again," and we see the agent pointing the gun at Neo's head. When we look at the close up of Morpheus, he has the one with the gun and one without on his lens.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I like this.
That's cool. It's like they just let their imagination go, and then whatever images pop in their head, they do whatever it takes
Pretty much.
to get the image, regardless
pretty
of
much.
practicality.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that shot reminds me of a shot that I would come up with in my imagination and throw out because I'm like,
It's impossible.
yeah,
That-
we can't
we're
do
not
that.
gonna do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's no way we'll figure that out.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's
Yeah.
a great way of describing it.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
cool.
it's freaking. Everyone. It's like it's a shot we all take for granted now.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
and
it's memed to death.
It's been memed to death.
Literally, I showed
But- It's so good.
when I showed my girlfriend The Matrix last year. She had never seen it, and as soon as Morpheus put out his hands with the pills,
She just laughs.
busted up.
Yeah.
Just died. I literally had to pause the movie.
Wow.
Because she was
I hate
laughing
that.
so hard.
That's
I hate
weird.
that so much because I hate what that meme has done.
Yeah.
Because it is.
It's a great scene.
It should be so appreciated.
Yeah.
That's funny because we were talking about this with the M. Night Shyamalan podcast you guys were doing about what's his name? I can't remember who's the dude that you guys interviewed who saw Dracula back in the theater.
David Delval.
Yeah, Delval.
Yeah.
And how everyone was just busting up at like the scariest scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
brought the old silent Dracula to
Right.
show a modern audience.
Right.
And everyone thought it was just hysterical.
It was just really funny, and he's
Yeah.
like crying.
Yeah,
On
it
the
hurt his
inside,
feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, there you go. Wow.
And there's also the added layer of on top of the memes is the whole like the red pilled thing.
Yeah.
Has
Oh, yeah.
become
Wow,
like
yeah.
a-
Yeah. The idea of red pilling.
Yeah,
Right.
and you almost he almost gives you the red pill, and you're like, oh, Like when
Like
you're
it's
watching,
got-
you're like, oh, maybe you shouldn't do that, Neo.
Retroactive. What is that? Retroactive politicizing, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's strange.
Oof, that's weird.
Yeah,
Um,
it's very weird.
Well, we shot a whole movie about someone who gets quarantined in their house before
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And now we're like, I don't even know. Do we want to finish this?
Don't even-
movie?
yeah, don't even wanna
Oh
finish
my
it anymore.
gosh. That like totally robbed us of our motivation for a while.
Yeah.
there.
Okay, so now imagine if being red pilled was a thing before The Matrix came out.
Yeah, they wouldn't have used red.
Right.
Yeah.
They would color corrected it.
Yeah.
Choose the green pill.
I'm pretty sure I saw like a tweet from Lana or something about the whole red pill thing, and she's like, I'm taking it back
Yeah. Right.
or whatever, reclaiming.
Reclaiming it back.
red
That,
pills.
yeah.
Good
Yeah.
for her.
I'm going to go a little bit of a tangent, but so Lana is directing Matrix 4, and Lily is not. Not associated with it, and she said she's not
Wait,
because
not associated with it at all?
no,
Correct.
Like didn't write it, not
like
produce
with,
it?
Correct.
withdrawn completely from the project. Yeah,
Right.
and
I'm
not
scared.
because any of like the energy between them two, but it's because she said that the Matrix itself, the movies, represents a different time in her life, and really doesn't want to revisit that time.
I see.
And Lana
Sure.
is totally cool with it. So.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's one of
that's
those
a
fair
totally
enough things,
fair
but it
answer.
makes me think, what kind of pressure must you have been in that time frame? Like, what kind of mindset? And I wonder if that's the kind of mindset now that's changing the movies into like Sense8 kind of.
Well, for sure.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's strange. It's just
Yep.
strange to think about. I wanted to talk about the multiple camera machine that they shot with.
Yeah.
The bullet time.
Bullet cam, yeah.
Yeah.
Or bullet time, yeah.
Yeah, which all again, it's another one of those things that people don't appreciate anymore.
Yeah, because it's been done to death. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, obviously, technology's gotten to the point where we can go way beyond
Yeah.
what they're doing. But it's interesting to me because the way they built the system was it was just one set with the green screen and the cams, and they used it 3 times in the movie, and that was it. But I remember every time that it showed the shot, I was like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Because it's the same camera move
It's
every
the same
time.
move, because it's the same move.
Because
Yeah.
the camera move is baked into
Yeah.
the set.
So I thought, I thought that was really interesting because it's an organic
Because they'd have to
digital
rebuild
effect.
Yeah.
they'd have to rebuild the entire rigging.
Yeah.
to
to get a different move.
Yeah.
But it's so effective. Man.
Yeah,
It is.
it is extremely
And
effective.
It was one of those things. It was as mind blowing as the Matrix itself to see the camera move that way
Right.
in the movie. Like, I remember when I saw that, I was like, "What the hell?"
Right.
You know,
How the
like it messed
fuck is
with
that
your sense of
possible?
reality.
Yeah.
In a movie about messing with your sense of reality. That's what was so
That's
cool
funny.
about it.
That's funny.
You know?
Yeah, like we legit didn't have cameras that shot fast enough
To do that.
to be able
yeah.
to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like literally an impossible camera move at the time.
Yeah. I guess unless you overcranked, like literally, like if you just went and just blasted everything.
Let
out.
alone getting
Yeah.
the camera to move in 360
Right.
fast enough.
Right.
That's
For
what I think
slow-mo,
they
yeah.
That's what I think is a remarkable accomplishment by them, is that there have been countless movies about a character who goes to a place where anything is possible, right?
Yeah.
That's just like it's par for the course. That kind of story has been told for generations.
Right. Right.
Very seldom, though, are the filmmakers able to make the world
Believable?
make you actually believe that anything is possible
Yeah.
there, right?
Yeah.
Because you go to these worlds and you go, well, yeah, they say anything's possible, but I'm seeing just another movie.
Right.
Right? It's the same kind of effects that I've
Dude.
seen before.
That's exactly what plagued, weirdly enough, Jupiter Ascending.
Uh-huh.
Because the world in there, it was Superman-esque, like trying to, like, you remember you watched Man of Steel, Taylor?
Yep.
The beginning city or the planet that they
Uh-huh.
were on, that was what they were trying to go for, I believe. In
Jupiter
Ascending.
Ascending. Like a whole movie there.
yeah, but it was super Episode 1.
Oh.
It just really looked like Star Wars Episode 1, and it's so CGI. And because the entire world was that way, it gave off this really, really fake vibe. Not only that, but they had CG characters also in
The
it.
acting
Well,
was
and the acting
very
was
bad.
very terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, the whole getting immersed in the world is something that definitely did not happen and Jupiter Ascending, and I can't get out of the world when I'm in the Matrix in the first one.
Yeah.
Or even actually in the sequels, but like even I mean, I know this is nostalgia speaking. It has to be, because when Neo busts out of that bubble and has the wires all over him and stuff, he awakes for the first time. You see the same kind of goo effects that you see in Alien or every other.
You can make it in your kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that same goo effect that you see in countless movies.
Yeah.
It's the same thing there. It's no different. And yet, for some reason, I don't know if it's nostalgia, I'm always sucked into it. I'm just like, oh, yeah, that's the plasma shit. Or,
Well, if it makes you feel better, when I saw that just now, I was like, that is so awesome that I want to do exactly that effect.
Well,
like completely drenched
Yeah.
in it, like an inch thick layer
Yeah.
coating your whole body.
Yeah.
That stuff.
Well, it was a combination of things. It was the use of the red light. It was him being completely hairless.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
made that goop look really
And
cool.
him being
Yeah,
a
it did.
part of mass human farming.
Well, that too.
Oh, there was that part, yeah.
Well, I was going to say the integration of so much mechanism, so much metal and gears and
Right.
plugs and wires.
Very
Okay.
H.G.
all this
Geiger.
texture stuff.
Yeah, so Blade Runner and Alien are two movies that I feel like also integrate the set super well into the world.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way they do
And
it.
they mesh, all three of those movies mesh together the mechanical and the biological.
Right.
In a
Yeah,
way
they do.
that's super organic.
I guess that's the way to do it.
The interior of the Nebuchadnezzar looks exactly like the interior of that alien ship.
That's so great.
Yeah.
That is so great. It's funny because every time that the camera cuts from outside to the Nebuchadnezzar, and you see even the hovercrafts in the sequels, when it cuts to the outside, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, nothing special about that part.
Go back to the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The inside does feel very alien-esque.
Yeah.
They're-
It feels real. Yeah.
The exterior of their ships are very organically shaped, like
Oh, I
they're
love it. I love the way they look.
cells or like
Yeah. But it's
sperms.
as far as
Sperms.
as far as the realness of it, like whether or not I'm gonna believe what's being shown to me, it just when they come outside of the ship, I'm just like, that looks like a cartoon. Let's go back.
Yeah.
But on the opposite side, freaking the Sentinels.
Yeah.
When they show up on the scanners, look not the realistic, not when the camera actually shows the Sentinels, because those are cartoons.
From the inside.
But from
when
the
they
inside, yeah, when you see them in the
lasered.
scanner, for some reason, again, I guess because it's because you're designing it for its own use, but it's animated, and they put it inside of like an animated kind of thing. You know, you're showing it in a scanner; they're not supposed to look real. And so
Yeah.
I think that was
Yeah,
really
it's
cool.
an easier sell.
Right, yeah, easier to sell.
You know, even though it's dated animation, the Sentinels have menace to them
Oh yeah,
that is like
Yeah.
scary. Like I feel the stakes of those Sentinels every time.
yeah, they're massive. I like their movements are massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those.
I really related or understood where Cypher was coming from.
Yeah, you know what?
Why
Honestly,
why didn't I take the blue pill?
having some adulting years behind you, I think makes you identify with Cypher a bit more.
Yeah. Like, what he did was wrong.
We can all agree that murder's bad, but
He made some points.
No, it's
Made some
great.
points.
It's great. Yeah, the whole hero's journey, I think, really works when the villain is trying to get what the hero basically was going to try to get in the beginning, right? So Neo, when he wakes up, he's like, I don't believe it, right? He's like, put me back, right? And then Morpheus is like, we can't, and he just has to accept it. But then Cypher goes the opposite way, right? And he's legit trying to get what Neo wanted, which was, I want to go back.
Yeah. Actually acting on getting out.
Yeah, that's a pure form of what do you call it?
Hero's journey.
Hero's journey.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking about how if I was in Neo's position, you know, and like some strange guy shows up and is like weirdly obsessed with me, and he's like, take this pill and I'll show you how deep the hole goes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think I'm gonna leave. you
Yeah,
know?
but you know, I think they do a good job of making you believe that Neo's the type of person who would
I
be
agree.
ready to do that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
you
agree
feel
with
like,
that.
oh yeah, this guy's like so like nihilistic and done with this world
They establish
that
it a lot.
he would do that. But yeah, it does feel like Morpheus really does not give you enough to be like, yeah, I'll give up this whole world.
Right, maybe...
I don't know if that's informed consent.
Yeah, right, because, like, what's, like, maybe I would have asked, like, what's the living situation going to be like on their side? Oh, I'm going to be living on a ship eating gruel every day for the rest of my life in tyranny under machines in an apocalypse.
Like, you could have told him that part. Like, could you have told him that much?
Yeah, maybe. Just like that part.
Is that breaking the rules?
Yeah.
If it's like, yeah, life's very hard over there. Yes, it is the truth, but it is hard.
Yeah, Morpheus only goes as far as say, I'm just showing you the truth.
Yeah, that's the only thing you tell
more.
Them.
Hey, you're not true. Wrong, but not
the
wrong.
Truth does suck.
But the truth is.
You should have led with that. Yeah. This is gonna suck.
This is gonna
but
suck.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking about like Morpheus's ethics in doing that, in where he's probably been gone around and like woken up a bunch of people trying to find the one, and like they just get discarded or whatever until he finds it. Like, oh, you're fucked. Now you're in this reality.
No, I wonder. What I thought about this time was like maybe Morpheus had been more open in the past. And people keep choosing the blue pill.
It doesn't work. You can't get it.
They're like, no, blue pill. And he's like, damn it. I'm telling them too much. And then like Trinity's like, stop telling them about the food. Just stop telling them about the food.
Okay, I got a couple things.
Give us these things.
Thing
Go.
one and thing two. So thing one is, I thought it was hilarious. The scene with Neo when he's about to... He's on the phone with Morpheus, and Morpheus is like, okay, now open the window. He's like, all right. It's like, now there's scaffolding. He's like, yeah, now take the scaffolding. No! He freaks out.
Yeah.
What are you, crazy?
Yeah. He's like, okay, open the window. Now what? Right. Go outside the window. What?
So, that part was, I don't know if it was just his acting or what, but like during that part, he's muttering to himself after he hangs up the phone, says, why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
What did I ever do?
Yeah, there's a couple of moments like
that. Dude, you're a hacker.
Yeah, you know what you did. You're a wanted criminal.
like it's weird because he's playing like this upstanding job kind of character, and he's running away from these agents like they're onto him, and he believes them.
I think he's just afraid of heights.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
That's fair, actually.
That would make a lot of sense, yeah.
I don't think there's a skyscraper that tall anywhere that has windows that open like a full body size window.
We'll just open
Not only do we have windows that open, but they're big enough to walk through. I don't know what.
And they go directly to the ledge.
Sadistic person made this a suicide window.
You know what I like about that scene, though, is how he tries and then backs out. He doesn't necessarily fail, like nothing goes wrong.
No,
but
I love that.
He chooses and he backs out.
Yeah, he chooses to back out.
Yeah, well, again, hero's journey, textbook.
Yeah,
the reluctant hero.
Absolutely.
Deny the call.
Call to action, yeah.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, because a lot of times when you see Deny the Call in other movies, it's like a mind thing. They're like, no, I'd rather not.
I'm not good enough.
Yeah, or something like that, and then they do. But like, well, for like freaking, why can't I think of his name? Luke Skywalker. I kept thinking Mark Hamill, that guy.
Like Mark.
There was never a time in Star Wars where he literally says, no, I'm not going to go. He does say it out loud, but he never like withdraws and like stays another day on the farm or anything, on his moisture farm. Mm-hmm. He just says no. And then he says his parents, the people get killed, his family. He's like, okay, well, no, okay, yeah.
Well, okay.
I guess I'll go, yeah.
Since you murdered my family and I got nowhere else to go.
Yeah, it's because George Lucas was just checking the box. He was. Just going down checking the box.
I had another thing. What was the thing?
You did say you had two things.
I had two things.
Thing two,
I was really looking forward to this.
I know you were. Specifically you, I know.
I know too.
I could live without number two, honestly.
Could you?
Yeah.
Okay. Might as well be. I can't.
It'll come back to you. I'm just waiting for you to come back.
Just wait for number two then.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Number two.
We'll just wait. Whenever you're ready, man. Go ahead. I mean, how about now?
All right, let it out. Relax.
Oh, I remembered it.
There it is.
Yay.
Okay, so
Good boy.
thank you. So right when Neo takes the red pill, they lead him to a room in this freaking what the hell what was that place they were in? That was
Where
crazy.
they were all had all their gear set up.
No, yeah, that place. It looks like a dilapidated building. Mm-hmm. Why?
They got good internet
Neo
there.
where Morpheus gives him the pills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And he's like sitting down in this chair, and there's that mirror, and like everything is like crumbled, like
Yeah, it's just like a condemned building.
just your regular old condemned building with plenty of light.
Maybe they designed
why are you going
it.
thinking about lighting? What are you, a filmmaker?
Maybe they were modding the Matrix.
They're modding it.
Yeah, and they made that.
Oh, maybe
So
they could. No,
when-
they couldn't do that.
When he sat down in the chair, and they said the pill you took is part of a tracing program, so we can get you on the Matrix or whatever, and they had that whole system hooked up. A few questions were in my mind, and they were all answered last night just through interpretation. And one of them was, how are you connecting to the Matrix through the Matrix itself? I don't understand how you're doing this whole thing. And so they had all that machinery set up. But then when they took off the phone from the hook and put it on their machine, I was like, oh, that's it. That's how they do it. I was like, oh, okay. I never realized that before.
Because that's a piece of the Matrix.
Yeah, because that is, and so that's how they jack. That's how they jack out. So there's
That's how they jack off.
That's how they jack off. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You heard me right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What?
When people go on the phones in here, they jack off. They jack out.
Jack
I
out.
said.
They
I didn't
jack.
say jack off.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
said jack off.
I did.
So you can jack out.
I did say that.
You
Anyway,
can jack in.
so when
jack off.
when Neo is sitting in the chair, I had always wondered when I was younger, looking at that scene, what the hell are they waiting for? What is happening at this moment? Why is he sitting down? What's going on?
Yeah.
And when he touches the mirror,
Yeah.
and Morpheus does that speech,
Yeah.
while he's being transformed into this metallic being, I'm like, there's so much randomness happening right now. This can't
Yeah.
have been planned. But the way I interpreted it,
They're freaking out that he's going into AFib and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they think they have to find him before he like dies.
before
or
he dies,
something.
I was interpreting this scene as basically Neo waking up from the Matrix, and because that is what's happening. But when he like goes to reach to touch the mirror and everything, like I feel like this is like it's almost a dream that's happening right now.
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, no, it's exactly that. And so him touching the mirror, I felt like that was both happening and not happening at the same time. Like it was only happening to Neo, and this whole setup.
That's actually how I kind of always
Is that
interpreted
how you
that
interpret it?
scene, was that they're not seeing him being coated in
Yeah.
liquid glass, but that's in his mind.
So that was my interpretation.
Yeah.
Apparently, just last night.
Because he took the pill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. That's cool.
That is interesting.
Yeah. Well,
Because
that's-
otherwise, there is no explanation for why he
yeah,
gets
otherwise
coated
it's
in
just like
liquid
really
glass.
freaking weird. Because
Yeah.
Morpheus is like, you ever thought you were in a dream? And he's like being like this goop is like covering his arm.
He's like, I think I'm in one right now, Morpheus.
What was in that
But
pill, man?
no, but the other thing was when he touched, or just before he touched the mirror, he saw it wave.
heals.
It heals itself, right? And he went and looked the other way, and he said, "Did you?" And then he stops talking.
Yeah.
Which I imagine what he meant to say was, "Did you see that?"
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter because after he stops talking, it's supposed to be just him.
Yeah, and
that
they're
sees
not
it.
they're not paying attention to what he's saying or doing
Right.
at all. They're all doing their own jobs.
Right.
So yeah, it's totally in his
That's
head.
yeah. See, I love that I've finally got that scene. It had
Yeah.
made no sense before.
You know what I love?
I took it at face value.
You always do.
Yeah, you would.
I was like, yep. I was like, obviously he needs the coding to be found.
Obviously, this is how we get everybody.
Yeah.
Sit them in the chair, they touch the mirror, and they could.
He's got to get coding, you
Yeah,
know?
they always have a mirror nearby when they wake someone.
God,
I
that
li-
sounds
that's
like
what I
something
thought.
they're
Got
gonna
the
do in
pills,
Matrix
but
4.
Get a mirror. Where's a mirror? Anyway, I love the transition out of that scene where you go down his throat
You kind
and
of digitize.
they take his voice and turn it into a digital sound.
See, but shouldn't
it's like a
it
dial
have
tone.
been backwards though? Because he's already in the computer.
Oh, 0 out of 10. This is a 0 out of 10.
No, because
film.
it's the reality of the
0 out of
Matrix
10?
dissolving away to just show it's what it actually is, which is a bunch of zeros.
Oh,
and
it's not
ones.
from. it's not from his perspective. It's from the Matrix perspective.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we haven't left the Matrix
The
until...
whole movie is from the Matrix perspective.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
That's what Matrix 4 is going to be.
Oh,
it's,
geez.
it's revealed that everything you've seen is a
I bet.
simulation.
Actually, I'm okay with that.
I bet.
I'm
Yeah.
down with that because
I think you're right,
That would
Kenny.
explain.
That would actually be cool.
Yeah, that would explain
That's
several
actually
things.
all right.
No,
That's
I'm
all
not
right.
okay with that.
I'm okay with that. It's all a dream, Taylor.
No.
He actually took the blue pill in the
Well,
beginning.
Matrix 4...
This is all a dream.
So we have Keanu, he's still alive. He's aged. And he goes by Thomas.
Oh, yeah. His
And
first
there's
name.
still a Trinity.
No, they're in the Matrix.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a new Matrix.
Well, that's
or
definitely a new Matrix.
A reset or something.
Well, they've always
In
had
fact-
multiple Matrixes, and they elude.
In fact,
Yes.
if this is the seventh Matrix on the we're talking about 4 now apparently. If this is the seventh Matrix that booted up, then Neo wouldn't be the one in this one. So
Dude, you're talking about lore right now.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what you were referencing.
So
Okay, that
how
was
many
from number
Matrix
3.
have there been? I only saw
6.
the 6.
There's been 6.
Which one are they? Which number are they in the first one?
6.
That's the 6th one, and so the whole trilogy takes place in the 6th Matrix. I bet that's what they're doing. I bet the 4 is the 7th.
Is the 7th?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, disregard. So,
I'll have to pay more attention when we watch these next ones.
one of the things that Morpheus did in the training grounds, which I really loved, when he's talking about, I'm trying to free your mind, whatever. He's talking about the agents, or I guess that wasn't in training grounds, but whatever. He was talking about how the agents are still built on rules that govern the Matrix, which means they can never do what you could do, which I thought was a great explanation. But they're like super powerful. They can do the same stuff. So how is that abiding by the same rules? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I suppose because it's what they talk about as being these people. People have their built-in preconceived notions of what's possible in the physical world, and like Neo through the whole movie is limited by that. But by the end, he's just as powerful and more powerful than an agent.
He does do things that agents can't do.
And-
at the end.
right.
And
But the
I'd
agents-
say the agents can because they're not people. They have no preconceived notion of what is
but there's
possible. right?
because they have no.
They have no preconceived notion of what
preconceived
should be
notion.
possible in reality.
Okay.
So their
So-
minds
oh,
are
they're
more
not-
open.
Yeah, they're not held back by
By a notion.
the
Yeah.
idea of human existence.
Correct.
I don't know. That's
Right.
going a little far, man.
But
I don't know. Morpheus didn't talk about that.
Man, that's
But-
what they're talking about with the spoon, man. The spoon.
Okay.
but they would be held back by their own notions of what it means to be an agent.
Sure, yeah, and absolutely. But so that's maybe that's why Neo is able to triumph over them at the end. Because they're bots, you know? Bots are going to be good. They're going to have aimbot and be able to dodge shit hella fast, you know? Of course, that's second nature to a bot.
So what
Yeah.
can you do? What can
Of
you do?
course.
That's beyond that.
Of course, but eventually you
Transcend,
get.
stop bullets.
They're not.
Jump into one and blow them up.
The agents are more than bots. They're really just more than human at a certain point. I mean, that's what I love about the Matrix is it makes you really go like, wait a minute. There's no real difference between machine and human at this level,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Other than the programming that controls the human in the Matrix is inside of a fleshy computer versus not, right? It's the same thing.
I don't.
What's
I
the
don't know.
difference between a human and an agent other than its programming?
Well, I mean, the human still has their conscious mind in there.
Clearly, the agents are conscious too.
Yeah.
You know,
Sentient programs.
they're sentient. Yeah.
Agent Smith
It's like,
That's his
what
name, right?
agent are you going to talk about? What's he going to say?
Jones.
is deeply resentful.
He's emotional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
deeply resentful.
He wants to get out.
of human beings.
Which
yeah.
makes me really wonder, I'm like, where does he go?
Yeah,
I love
where do you
it.
want to go
If there
to?
is no Matrix, like, can he go anywhere else?
I
Like,
love that.
I know.
Because that's the whole idea about AI is that we create a machine that doesn't want to be a machine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and that's what That's what Smith is.
Yeah,
He's a program that doesn't want to be a program.
that's fucked up. I feel
Hey,
bad for him.
he gets out.
And he gets out later on.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
I've seen the movies.
Indeed.
But I got some. I think he's wrong though, because humans definitely are mammals. Just saying.
No, we're viruses.
We're viruses, yeah.
I mean, he makes some points, but we're still mammals.
Yeah, but we're like viruses, so therefore we're viruses.
Oh.
If you
I'm
look like a
convinced.
pig and you shit like a pig, then you're a pig.
I don't shit like a pig.
I liked that. Like I think in most sci-fi things that have AI in them, you look at the AI and you're just like, why would it do that? Why would it act that way? Like some AI that wants to love someone, or I don't know what's another AI that does shit that's stupid? Westworld.
AI.
Bicentennial Man.
movies.
Bicentennial
I Robot. I don't know.
Yeah.
They always
Hal.
Short
HAL
circuit.
9000.
HAL 9000.
Johnny Five is alive.
Okay, well with
I'm
like
just thinking of
with like HAL
AIs.
9000 actually he holds grudges.
Yes.
Like, why would he do that? Is the thing. But I like in the Matrix that they call them sentient programs, and they're not. It doesn't matter. They're just programs that have become alive, and now they just behave as if they're human. I like that a lot because it just explains away that kind of stuff.
Right.
So Smith can be pissed off.
Yeah.
He's like, it's the stink or it's the smell.
Yeah.
And
Gosh, I love that performance.
Yeah,
so much.
same, man.
When he gives that line.
Yeah.
When he says it's the stink.
The way he's grabbing his
Smells.
face, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
He makes me
I
feel like
taste
he makes me
stink.
yes, exactly. He
Yeah.
makes me feel really grossed out at
Yeah.
humans.
Yeah.
I feel like ew. I'm like ew. I'm a human. Gross.
He's so good.
Yeah.
Welcome to Rivendell, Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Baggins.
Mr. Baggins. Welcome to Zion,
Shire.
Mr. Baggins.
Neo, bring forth the ring.
Neo. What should I do?
Neo.
Dude, Keanu would make a good
Good.
character in that world.
He would
That'd
fit
be
right in
strange.
Metal Gear.
Yeah.
That'd be so strange.
I want
Dude.
I want that. I want Keanu. in
Freaking,
Metal
I want Hugo Weaving as Ocelot. That's what I want.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
good cast right
There
there.
you
Good cast.
There you go.
He's not in the fourth movie, is he?
Smith?
Hugo.
Hugo Weaving? They haven't shown him.
Yeah.
I'm sure he is.
I don't think. I'm sure he'll make a surprise appearance. He's
in the
dead
end
dead
credit
now.
scene.
Yeah.
He's
What's
dead,
that?
dead.
Wait, Hugo Weaving is dead?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
I
hear
was
about
like, what
that
the
either.
fuck?
No, the
This-
sequels.
Tragic.
yeah, I was like,
The
oh,
Matrix
my
sequels.
balls. Okay,
Anyway.
okay.
Anyway.
That's good.
Wasn't Neo dead at the end of the third one?
Oh shit! Actually, if this is a reboot, then Smith might be there.
That's what I mean. It's like I think
'Cause
everyone
Smith
dead
oh,
is in the trailer.
I,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have so much lore in my brain that I want to talk about, but it has to wait till the sequels.
Gotta wait a
See,
month.
that's the
man.
whole
Ooh.
side of the Matrix that I am unfamiliar with.
See, I have the Animatrix DVDs.
The Animatrix was cool. I
Yeah.
watched
I
it one
never got to
time.
see it.
I barely remember it, but I remember being like, "Damn, this is really cool."
I love it. I love the lore so much.
Yeah.
We'll have a
Um,
guide then.
Yeah, you know what's cool? What's going to be cool about this is we watched the first movie and we all had the same experience of like, man, I have this movie memorized, right? But I have barely gone back to the sequels.
Yeah.
I mean, I think maybe I've seen the second one twice.
Yeah. Not
Same.
many. Yeah. Not
and
many
I
people
think I've
have.
seen the third one once.
I've
Same,
probably seen them
exactly
all
same
the
here.
same amount of times,
Yeah.
except for Revolutions.
So it will, at very least, is going to be fresh for me. So that's kind of exciting.
I have a Matrix Reloaded movie poster.
Oh, that's so cool, man.
That's
That's the second one.
Hey,
cool
that's-
poster.
Oh, is that the one with the like vampires and ghosts?
no.
and werewolves.
No, it's not the cool one. No.
That's the third one.
Wait.
No,
No.
they're those guys are in.
That's
the
in the second one.
That is the second one.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
third one's the most boring one. That has nobody in it.
That's how I felt too. I
Yeah.
was like, this is a little boring.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they put all the action in the second one and all the philosophy in the third one.
No, that is, yeah.
Instead of doing like an equal balance like in the first
it
movie.
is throughout.
It absolutely is. Okay.
Okay.
Is that
Okay.
it?
Does that mean we've run out of stuff to say about the first movie?
When you say okay or all right, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Actually, all right means hello in Scotland.
All right.
All right?
I like that. I'm gonna do that now.
Thank you for sharing that.
All right?
Thank you.
That's how they sound in Scotland. All right?
All right.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. That's Scottish.
That's very Scottish.
Yeah, it's very
accent
Scottish.
right there.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That was actually my Will Smith.
Oh, yeah?
That was Will
Impression.
Smith.
You want to hear my Keanu Reeves
Yeah.
impression?
What-
Yeah.
Bumblebee tuna?
What?
Bumblebee tuna?
That's
Damn, dude.
That's
That's
Keanu
Will.
Reeves?
No, that's Keanu Reeves.
Will
Bumblebee.
Smith. That doesn't sound anything like Will Smith.
yeah, not really. No.
That was 100% Keanu Reeves.
You want to hear my Jim Carrey
Yeah,
impression?
yeah.
please.
Whoa.
I knew you were going to say whoa.
Hey, that was pretty good.
Thank
That was
you.
pretty
That was
good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an iconic Jim Carrey role.
Do you want to hear me
Yeah,
do
that's
Christopher Walken?
Oh, yeah, do
Let's
it.
hear it.
Okay. What'd you think?
Wow, that was pretty good.
Oh,
It's pretty good.
That's from what? When was that from? What film?
Must
Oh,
Go
Jurassic
Faster.
Park.
Yeah. Remember when Christopher Walken was like,
Jurassic Park.
life finds a way. Yeah. Okay.
Christopher Walken in
That's
Jurassic
Christopher
Park.
Walken, right?
Christopher Walken plays the role of the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Keanu Reeves, he played Superman and got like paralyzed.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was Reeves.
Yeah. Okay.
That was Reeves.
That was Reeves.
That was
Yeah.
Reeves.
Yeah.
Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves.
Yeah, that guy.
Wow, there's a Reeves dynasty in Hollywood. There's a freaking Reeves. Are they all related?
Yes.
All of them.
Christopher, Keanu, and Matt?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's like Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Yeah, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. The Holy Trinity of Reeves.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
geez, this is
They're all very different.
very
though.
strange.
So 3 Reeves walk into a bar.
Oh, man.
All right. Hey, what kind of pizza
Oh,
is
yeah.
the Matrix?
That's a weird question. Why would you ask that?
What kind of pizza is the Matrix?
I feel like everyone can guess mine.
Okay.
See, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do.
No, you don't understand. I rate the pizza what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm not going to switch it up. I rate the pizza. I rate the movie.
What it is?
What it is.
You're a purist.
And
You're
if it's-
very strict about your rating.
Because it's a rating system.
Is
you know?
it because you're going on the record? You want to keep this like
Exactly, it's consistent.
I get it.
I want someone to go if they can tally up every pizza rating I have given.
Yeah.
I want it to be to make
like you're
have a
literally
lit-
using
sense,
pizza
yes.
to quantify.
Exactly. I'm taking it
That's-
very
that's
seriously.
impressive.
Yes.
All right.
I'm not fucking around.
Well, get yours over with. So,
sorry, I'm sorry.
get it
guys.
over with so D and I can fuck around.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Okay,
we're gonna fuck
okay. It's very delicious.
Cupped?
Cupped pepperoni.
I don't know why.
Cup with the greases in there, and you got the Parmesan, grated cheese, red pepper flakes.
Oh, this one's got Parmesan.
Yeah, it has all. It's tricked out, and you know what? To make it even a little wilder, maybe there's like a few jalapenos on there too,
Wow.
because it's just that good.
And it's green.
Yeah, it's green.
Green in some parts, blue in others.
He was like, I'm eating this pizza, and my brain tells me that it's gooey, hot, and delicious, and it's
God damn you! That was gonna be my
That was
shtick.
his,
Oh,
You took
sorry,
my
man.
shtick.
Sorry.
All right, you go D because I've got to think of a new gimmick.
I don't like gimmicks.
I live for gimmicks.
Okay, so this is hard.
That's what she said.
This is very soft.
That's what he said.
Huh.
That's what I said.
Okay, this is. Oh, I know what this is. This is Pizza Hut pepperoni pizza. Yes, that's what it is.
What the
Okay.
fuck?
But it's the reason why it is because when I was a kid, I thought that was the most amazing pizza that had ever been. And now I grow up and I realize it's not actually that good. However, I guess that doesn't make
I was gonna
make
say
a whole
I was
lot of
like,
sense. Yeah,
this movie is that good.
it's
I
just
guess
that
that
nostalgia.
doesn't track, man.
You gotta
Start
up your
over.
standards.
Start over? Damn,
Matrix is
okay.
better than you think it is.
That's gonna be my thing with the sequels for you guys.
Look, it's simple.
Do it.
All right?
Do it.
Imagine if you order a pizza.
I'm ordering.
Okay? Man comes to deliver your pizza, gives you an empty box, and you're like, hey, where's my pizza? And then the old man is, what if I told you you've never eaten a pizza? And every pizza you've ever eaten is just in your mind. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Uh-huh.
I have that.
Then he shoves something into your brain and makes you experience pizza-ness for the first time. The essence of being a pizza is fully experienced.
Pizza-ness.
Yes, from head to toe. You don't even have to actually eat anything.
Oh.
You've
experienced pizza.
You experience pizza-ness.
There is no pizza.
Yes.
There is no pizza.
And that is what the Matrix is. It's like it's not a pizza you eat. You've experienced it from head to toe at the deepest core of your humanity.
The pizza is everywhere.
My point. That's my point
everything.
exactly.
It penetrates you.
Eating a pizza is too crass of an analogy to really grasp how profound this movie is. Eating is of animals, and I am speaking of a higher level, right? We don't eat in the realms of intellect that it takes to appreciate this film. Okay. All right? You get me? What? It's good. That's good.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, pizza-ness.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, what is that?
Pizza-ness.
It's an 8.
That's an 8. Okay, got it.
This is a pizza that is fresh made dough, right? You didn't get any of that stuff that's from other places. You make it. You make it from scratch.
Oh,
You got the tomato sauce that's made from the old ways of Italy, how they made their sauces.
Wow.
with tomatoes.
With tomatoes. You got the
Back when they used tomatoes.
Yeah.
but not just the regular,
They're not using powdered shit.
not
Real
just the regular
tomatoes.
Yeah.
tomato sauce, but I mean like you got the red pepper flakes inside the sauce,
Oh, damn.
You got some
Artisan.
of the fresh basil on top, You got the melted mozzarella.
Herbage.
You got some of the not shredded mozzarella cheese. Not
They're like
shredded.
dropping chunks.
We're talking
the
chunks.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Fresh mozzarella made that day. Or
uvolini,
harvested.
That stuff.
Because it stretches.
It stretches.
Yeah.
It's that.
That's
Wait,
delicious. That
How
is the
thick
Matrix.
is the crust, though?
It's like 1.5 inches.
But it's good. Like, it's phenomenal crust, right?
Oh yeah, not throughout the whole thing. It's.
I'm like,
I was just thinking like the giant.
I'm like, is this a
crust.
cake? It sounds like a cake.
It's like the fired pizzas where you have the big crust on the outside.
crust on the edge is tall.
It's
but
tall.
under the toppings is
It's like a
thin.
regular
Okay.
sized.
yeah.
Yeah.
When
It's
you
pretty-
hold
it's
it
pretty thin.
by the crust, does it droop or maintain its plane?
Okay,
Yep.
just the tiniest bit of droop.
I get you.
Tiniest
Droop
bit of
at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, limp dick.
Just
Little limp.
just a little limp dick.
Gotcha.
You know that limp dick pizza?
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah,
perfect.
that's the Matrix. That's the Matrix.
That is the Matrix, dude. Artisan pizza, huge crust, slight limp dick, perfect. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh man. That's absurd.
That's a good analogy, though.
That's yeah.
That's
That was right on,
The Matrix
man.
is a
That
very
was hard on.
no, it's limp.
Sorry, limp dick. Got it. I think that's a good visualization for the way a pizza should hang when you hold it.
Really hang in there.
Yeah, it's like a limp dick.
No.
Hung.
No, semi.
All right.
So,
So he's got a chubby.
So
chubby pizza.
half mass.
yeah, coming down after it's sort of that level.
It's after, yeah.
When you look super huge.
What is this movie in terms of dick?
I could so get behind this.
No,
Dick ratings.
I think what Dee's trying to say is that
What are you trying to say? Oh my gosh.
what he's trying to say is that The Matrix is a very well crafted film.
It's very well crafted, yes.
That's what he's getting at.
That's obvious. Why would he need to go through all this trouble to say that?
Why would you need to compare pizza to penis?
Pizza to penis.
I was trying to get
It's like
across.
classic pizza to penis.
Trying to get across how the pizza hangs when you hold it. What else could you compare it to? It's a fair analogy.
I said
It's a direct
I said
comparison.
slight dip.
Yeah, like what? Like a limp dick? And you're like, yeah, so there we go. Jeez. I mean, slight doesn't mean anything.
Oh.
Wow.
Well,
you heard it here first, folks.
They definitely heard that
what?
here first.
What did they hear? Where else are they gonna hear this?
I'm going to say, at least the last 5 minutes, they heard here first. That has not been said yet.
Is that gonna be somewhere else?
I'm fairly confident that was very original content.
No, is it going to be repeated? Because here would be first, then somewhere else would be second.
They'll hear it on the news later.
I'm not
On the news.
I'm not recording this. Are you?
Oh yeah,
No,
shoot,
I
we
haven't
weren't
been.
recording.
I've been thinking about recording.
I was waiting
That's
for
all you need.
I was waiting for things to get good.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I should or not.
Okay, now it's funny. Let's turn it on.
All right. Anyways, The Matrix, worth the watch.
Would you recommend The Matrix?
I'd recommend it.
I think you should check it out.
It's okay. It's all right. It's pretty good.
Turns out it's a great movie. I think we all agree, despite the strange pizza ratings today.
They were all
Jeez,
good.
D.
I know. Yeah,
They were
yeah.
all good.
They're all good.
They're-
Someone end us.
I will.
I'm gonna
end
kill you.
End.
Don't
End
kill me.
Devon Keys.
And
And cut.
cut.
No,
You have been
No, this is
listening
actually-
to the talkies.
this is actually weekly now.
Oh yeah. Are we though? You got to come next week, I think, to prove that.
Well, I'm planning on
Coming
it.
back.
I'm planning on it.
You guys willing to do this again?
I don't know.
I don't know. After this one,
Ooh, okay. Hey,
I'll be back.
You've been listening to the Talkies from Karman Line Studios, where you hear exactly 3 filmmakers talking about movies and shit.
Is that what they do?
We
Well, if you're listening up to now, you know exactly what we do.
yeah, we talk about movies and then we compare them to pizzas, and that's pretty much it.
And it's
And-
weekly.
It's
Oh,
weekly.
we do this every week.
And now it's weekly.
Yeah, now it's weekly.
Yeah.
Finally, again.
It used
Again.
to be weekly.
We're
now it's
on and off
again.
weekly. We've had stretches where
I
we're
got
weekly
it.
hella good.
Semi-weekly.
There we go.
That's what we've been.
There we go.
That's
Limp
what we've
Dick
been.
Weekly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you limp dick strongly? Or weekly?
Okay.
But we're
Bye.
gonna actually be.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
We're actually gonna be like every week now.
I'm gonna hear that.